What's up guys, my name is Zach and today I'm driving a 2004 Subaru WRX. Up front is a 2.0 liter flat 4 engine that is also turbocharged, and down below is a 5-speed manual gearbox. Now this is not an STI, it's just a WRX. Now this car belongs to my good friend Andy. Andy, if you're watching this, love you to death. Thank you so much for letting me do this review. I've always wanted to review a WRX. I've always been a big fan of WRXs, and up here in Chicagoland, in the Chicagoland area, they're actually pretty popular. I think it's mainly due to their all-wheel drive that people are big fans of them here, because you can use them all year round, and we do get kind of bad snow in the winter. So let's talk about that turbocharged engine, also known as an EJ. Oh god, that blow-off valve is, oh, I love that noise. So it's what's called a flat 4, which means it has 4 pistons and they face outward. Instead of a V going up like this, they face out and they pump out. And that's for a lower center of gravity. So the engine bay, or excuse me, the engine actually sits way lower in the engine bay than you would really think, which gives it a better center of gravity, which is really nice. You have that turbo, which is really interesting because in 2004 sedans didn't really have turbos. You couldn't get a turbocharged sedan super easily. Now, you know, Hyundais are turbocharged, Focuses are turbocharged, everything's turbocharged these days. People are giving up on displacement in order for forced induction. That's kind of how it's going. But back in 2004, that wasn't the case. You just didn't go out and buy a sedan and get the turbo option. That wasn't really a thing. But Subaru was doing that, and they were throwing the huge hood scoops on them as well. Which now I understand why these cars have kind of a cult following, because they're fun. I mean, the turbocharged engines, you get a 4-door so you can carry all your friends. It's a fun combination. And of course, it's a 5-speed manual, so you can move it through the gears, you can have fun with it. And it's a fun car to drive. That's really the bottom line with that drivetrain. Now let's talk about the interior. The interior is actually smaller than I thought it would be. Although it is a 4-seater and has 4 doors, it's actually a lot smaller than I envisioned it to be, which is interesting, but it's not a deal breaker. I mean, this isn't really a car for you and your 8 kids. It's a fun car that has 4 doors when you need it. That's really the truth of it. But, of course, you get a tape player, which is great for 2004. Still had tape players in the center dash. And then down below that, you get the air conditioning controls. The gauge is pretty standard. Everything else on the inside of the car is pretty standard. It's not wowing. I'm not going like, holy crap, they put this in there? Although the cup holder is kind of fun, comes out of the dashboard. But other than that, it seems pretty standard 2004 equipment. That's just the truth of it. Now let's talk about the look of the car. This car has a very unique look. It's got a big pink banner on the top. It's got a carbon fiber hood vent. It's got the big wing on the back. You can see it has zebra headliner. It's a very interesting car. It has rotiform wheels as well. I forgot to mention that. And this has all been done by my friend Andy, and I think it looks really good. He just recently put the rotiforms on, and I think it really looks good. Before he was on some like knockoff wheels, and it was okay, but these rotiforms, I love the size of them too. They really fill the I forgot what I was saying. Obviously this Subaru is pretty modified, and some people might comment on the fact that it is lowered pretty low, and honestly I don't know how I feel about it, because it's a Subaru, it's all-wheel drive, it's kind of rally inspired, but then again they look good slammed. It's kind of this weird love-hate where like it looks so good but I know it's wrong. It's like your favorite pink shirt. You know it's gonna be a bold statement, people are gonna hate it, but it's just fun to wear. Now if you want my full opinion on stance culture, I pretty much went all out on my Miata review. So if you want my opinion, you can go see that. I'll link that down below and at the end of the video if you want to see my stance Miata review. So would I buy a 2004 WRX? Yes, I would buy one. And the fact is that they're just fun cars. They're fun, daily drivable cars. And like I said, that all-wheel drive system, I'm willing to believe that Subaru has the best all-wheel drive system of any manufacturer. I think, honestly, I think that's just the truth of it. The all-wheel drive is awesome in the wintertime. If you've ever driven a Subaru in the wintertime, you know that they kick butt in the wintertime. That's just, they're good at that. And plus, Boost loves cold weather because the air is denser, it's pretty much thicker, and you produce more power off of thicker, colder air. So these cars really strive in the wintertime, which is like scraping, which is interesting. And these cars have such a cult following that there's so many. I know around here in Chicago, there's Chi-Town Subarus. They're pretty big. There's a lot of cult following for these cars, which is absolutely awesome. And I get why. They're good all-around cars. And you can stance them, you can rally them. I've seen lifted WRXs. I've seen slammed WRXs. They're just a good all-around car. Now, there is something associated with Subarus, which is like kind of Subaru bro culture. You know, the guys that wear the cutoff shirts, they pull the vapes out at every car meet, they swap vape juices, you know, they're bro, they lift, they have protein powder taking up the back seat. And I get why that is, because this car is a sedan, it's a good all-around car, and it'll beat a lot of other sedans or a lot of other, you know, all-around cars. It won't beat a Camaro, a V8 Camaro. It definitely won't beat a Hellcat, but they're not slow. But that bro culture, I think, really stems from the engine of this car. And what I mean by that is this engine is small, maybe it's a little insecure, but that turbo, when that turbo kicks in, it has muscle. It shows up cars. I'm behind a Corolla right now. I could put this Corolla back in its seat, no doubt. No doubt. I think that's really where it comes from, because who are the bros? Bros are under 6 foot, wear the cutoffs, gotta show off the muscles, gotta show off the guns, because they're a little bit insecure that people don't know it right off the bat. And that's what this car is about. People don't know that this thing is quick right off the bat. So it's got to flex a little bit. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the 2004 Subaru WRX, please leave it in the comment section down below. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.
Aside from my soul.